Ladies and gentlemen, to all my beautiful music listeners out there, the Grammy nominations for 2016 have just been announced this week. First of all, congratulations to Kendrick Lamar taking home 11 nominations. 11. So you know Kendrick Lamar will be at least taking one home, okay? At least taking one. Now it's ridiculous if he goes home with none and he has 11 nominations. Congratulations to The Weeknd and Taylor Swift taking home 7 nominations each. Now the Grammys are presented by the Recording Academy. Based on my references here, it's U.S. organizations of musicians, producers, recording engineers, and other recording professionals dedicated to improving the quality of life and cultural conditions for music and its makers. Now I'm here to give you my predictions of who will take home the Grammy for certain categories that I picked out tonight. I'm going to go over the rap categories, the R&B categories, the pop categories, best new artist, and of course the top 3: Song of the Year, Album of the Year, and Record of the Year, which is like a major award to win that night. So let's get started with the top 3. Now the first category I'm going to give my opinion on is Song of the Year. Now, Song of the Year is awarded to the writers and composers of a song. Now, this year's nominations include All Right by Kendrick Lamar, Blank Space by Taylor Swift, Little Big Town with Girl Crush, See You Again by Wiz Khalifa featuring Charlie Puth, and Thinking Out Loud with Ed Sheeran. Now, as far as who will win or who might have a chance of winning, I want to give it to Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran. For the songwriting purposes. See You Again might win too behind that if Ed Sheeran doesn't win. As far as Blank Space and All Right, I love those songs, but I don't think they're strong enough to be Song of the Year because I think compared to See You Again and Thinking Out Loud, they're more impactful. And Girl Crush, even though by Little Big Town, even though that song sparked a lot of controversy this year, only to, closed-minded people, the lyrics of that song was pretty good too. And you know what? I think that's what a powerful song should do. It should spark controversy, even though the art behind it is not understood. So Girl Crush may be the third in place to win, but as far as 3, 2, 1, I want to give it to Girl Crush right here, Little Big Town, See You Again by Wiz Khalifa, and Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran. Now the next category we have is Record of the Year. Record of the Year is awarded to the performer and the production team of a single song. Our nominees include Really Love by D'Angelo and the Vanguard, Uptown Funk by Mark Ronson featuring Bruno Mars, Thinking Out Loud, Ed Sheeran, Blank Space, Taylor Swift, and I Can't Feel My Face by The Weeknd. Now I really feel The Weeknd might really take home this category because of production and it was like a very soulful tune. It kind of reminds you of Michael Jackson. Even when The Weeknd performed it, he tried to bust out into some Michael Jackson move. And who I really want to win is Uptown Funk. Mark Ronson and Bruno Mars, they just released an awesome song, and honestly, it's still in the top 40 a year, almost a year after it released. So Record of the Year, I really think it's for me, it's a tie between Bruno Mars and Mark Ronson and The Weeknd. So that should be. Now we have Album of the Year. Now, Album of the Year can go a lot of ways. It can go for the person who is popular, it can go to the person who is not popular, or it can be like the newcomer or just the person that nobody has ever heard of. There have been many surprises in the past, I don't know, I want to say maybe 10 years with this award. You had Daft Punk that won, you had Ray Charles that won another year, you had Taylor Swift that won a year, you had I think it was Arcade of Fire who won one. And I think so far the one I've seen that really deserved this award, who's won it, is probably Outkast with Speaker Bots and The Love Below, which is a fantastic album. But I think that's almost 11 years ago. Wow, how old am I? But so in nominations we have Sound and Color by Alabama Shakes, To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar, Traveler by Chris Stapleton, 1989 by Taylor Swift, and Beauty Behind the Madness by The Weeknd. Now, let's just go ahead and just do process of elimination. Now, first of all, we're gonna eliminate Beauty Behind the Madness by The Weeknd. Yes, I know The Weeknd is having a big year right now, but like I said, it's the Grammys, so especially it's album of the year, so you never know which way it can go. So Beauty Behind the Madness is out. 1989 by Taylor Swift. That's out too. Taylor Swift, she's growing more with her brand and with her music and with her image. Let's be honest, the only Taylor Swift songs I know are those are played on the radio. I never actually sat down to listen to a Taylor Swift album. That's probably on, not my bucket list, but probably one of those things to do while I'm, I don't know, cleaning the house or just have nothing else to do. But you know, she did have some good songs. I did love Style and I did love Bad Blood. To Pimp a Butterfly, as much as I want Kendrick Lamar to win, he's not gonna win this category, okay? So just go ahead, you can say what you want, that's just my opinion. But like I said, Kendrick Lamar is gonna take at least one home. You know, if he gets two, great. If he gets three, phenomenal. 4, 5, and up, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If he, well, no, not 11, because you know there's like a few awards that he's not going to win. But anyway, he's going to take one home. So everybody chill. I do like Kendrick Lamar. Is it one of the best hip hop albums of the year compared to Forest Drive by J. Cole? And honestly, I'm going to say it. The Pink Print by Nicki Minaj. I'll let you know later on. I think Kendrick Lamar's gonna win the one, so he's out. Now, I really think it's between one or two people. It's gonna be either Alabama Shakes or Chris Stapleton. Okay, so the Grammys, they love country music. Grammys love all music, but you know, country is a big market, and this is a debut album by Chris Stapleton. He is a country music artist, so he has a fair chance of winning. Now, Alabama Shakes is a rock group out of Alabama, believe it or not, and they've been getting a lot of like buzz and heat throughout the past like less than 2 to 3 years. So I really think it's their year and it's their time to win such a prestigious award that will catapult their music and their image and their sound into higher heights. So I really think at the top of the list is going to be Alabama Shakes, that's going to win album of the year, and Chris Stapleton with second, or it might switch. But like I said, as far as Taylor Swift, The Weeknd, and Kendrick Lamar, they're not going to win album of the year. So now we have the best new artist category. Our nominations are Courtney Barnett, James Bay, Sam Hunt, Tori Kelly, and Meghan Trainor. Now let's just go ahead and eliminate the obvious who's not going to win. I love your music, never heard your album, I love your singles, but Meghan Trainor, you're gone. Let me tell you why. She's had a breakout year, she writes good songs, and she can actually sing, believe it or not, and I know she can sing. Let's just say I know she can sing. Now that leaves us with Sam Hunt, Tori Kelly, Courtney Barnett, and James Bay. So another elimination, let's go with Sam Hunt. Yes, Sam Hunt is another country music artist, but there's a billion country music artists, just how there's a billion of rappers, there's a billion of R&B singers, there's a billion pop artists, there's a billion jazz vocalists. But Sam Hunt, you know, I believe that this is his breakout year for his genre. Speaking of breakouts, Tori Kelly, she did break out this year, but she hasn't completely broke through yet, if you understand what I'm saying. Because yes, she has a fan base. Yes, she performed on the VMAs. She got invited to the BET Awards. She's in a Pepsi commercial. But let's look at the music. You know, she's putting out good music and she has soulful music, she has great music, but I really think this was just her warm-up album. You know, give it time, get some more producers, get some more songwriting credibility, and if Tori Kelly releases this next album and it's on the level of The Weeknd, she could probably win more awards and she can be more garnered into a household name. Like, only a few people know who Tori Kelly is, and those few people are people who are just introduced to her this year, which is really not a lot of people, or the other people who've been knowing about Tori Kelly since her YouTube days. So Tori Kelly, I want you to win. You're in my book, you're the one who wins this award. But once again, we are talking about the Grammys. Now, Tori Kelly, if this was like a different award show, maybe like, I don't know, the VMA or the ASCAPs, of course you will win Best New Artist. But once again, you gotta understand, mama, this is the Grammys. So that leaves us with Courtney Barnett and James Bay. Now, it's either one of these two people who wins, but honestly, I can't say who because I have never heard their music. But believe it or not, since the Grammys nominate people, this is the perfect platform for the Grammys to introduce artists to the masses. So they've gotten nominated for a reason. I will go check out their music, but the reason why I say either one of these two people will win is because they're not from America. In the past few years, maybe at the most 10, the Grammys have awarded this award, Best New Artist, to people who are either from England or people who nobody ever heard of. In this case, it's both of those. So not a lot of people in mainstream music or even, borderline mainstream music have heard of James Bay and Courtney Barnett. So number one, have we, let's not forget Esperanza Spalding, how much of a big upset that people were for that. I could care less, if Bieber won or not, but Esperanza Spalding, let's not forget. So anyway, Courtney Barnett, it says right here that Courtney Barnett is an Australia singer and songwriter and guitarist. And that leaves us with James Bay, who here it says is an English singer and songwriter and guitarist. So let's not forget now, it's gonna be either one of those two. Who? I don't know. I do care because it is music and I will check out their music. So moving on. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to move into our pop categories. Now, the first category we're going to talk about is Best Pop Solo Performance. Our nominations are Heartbeat Song by Kelly Clarkson, Love Me Like You Do by Eli Golding, Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran, Blank Space by Taylor Swift, and Can't Feel My Face by The Weeknd. Now, my pick for this category will be Thinking Out Loud, once again, because the Grammys, they love foreigners and they love beautiful music, they love songs, and you don't get as honest as Ed Sheeran and Thinking Out Loud as far as all these other songs. And Kelly Clarkson may win this one though. The Grammys love Kelly Clarkson, so Kelly Clarkson is in the long run for this one. All right, next category, we have Best Pop Duo Group Performance. Our nominees are Ship to Wreck by Florence and the Machine, Sugar by Maroon 5, Uptown Funk by Mark Ronson featuring Bruno Mars, Bad Blood, Taylor Swift featuring Kendrick Lamar, and See You Again by Wiz Khalifa and Charlie Puth. Now, I want to say for this one, hands down, Uptown Funk. You don't get funkier than that, you don't get as popular as that, and we haven't had a song like that just reached the heights and the success as that song. So that one is going to Bruno Mars and Mark Ronson. All right, our last pop category, we have Best Pop Vocal Album. We have Piece by Piece by Kelly Clarkson, How Big, How Blue, How Beautiful by Florence and the Machine, Uptown Special by Mark Ronson, 1989 by Taylor Swift, and Before This World by James Taylor. Now, let's just go ahead and eliminate for the ones I think that's not going to win. We have James Taylor and Florence and the Machine. That leaves us with Kelly Clarkson, Taylor Swift, and Mark Ronson. So honestly, I want to say Uptown Special, as much as I love that album, how diverse it was, it's not going to win. I just want it to win, but it's not going to win. So sorry, Mark Ronson. Keep doing what you're doing. Hopefully one day I get to work with you or see you in action one day. But it's going to be either Piece by Piece or by Kelly Clarkson or 1989 by Taylor Swift. Now, Taylor Swift so far, I don't think she's going to win in some of these other categories because there are other strong contenders, but Taylor Swift is not going to go home empty-handed. So this is like her category to win for that night. So 1989, like I said, I haven't listened to the album, but from what I've heard with all the 5 singles that she released, it's pretty like a growth album. It's a change from the country Taylor Swift. And now we have the pop Taylor Swift, or the Taylor Swift. Don't get me wrong, she's still talented, but she's making more mature music, and I just want to see her explore her sensual side on her next album. She kind of borderline did it here with this album, but I can't wait till I see what she has stored. Even though I haven't listened to any of her albums, I know, shame on me. But yeah. So, and then once again, the Grammys love Kelly Clarkson, so she might take this one home by surprise. All right, so now we're going to talk about our R&B categories. Now, I've chosen 3 for this one, even though there's others, but these 3 I want to just cover up a little bit on. Best R&B Performance, you have If I Don't Have You by Toni Braxton, Rise Up by Andra Day, Breathing Underwater by Hiatus Coyote, Planes by Jeremiah featuring J. Cole, Earned It by The Weeknd. Now for this one, let me just say hands down, I think Rise Up by Andre Day is going to win. She has a soulful voice. That's an awesome song. She's a breath of fresh air to the music industry. You know, The Weeknd, even though The Weeknd and Planes had a lot of radio play, I don't think it's as strong as Rise Up. So, you know, there you have it. Best R&B performance, Andre Day, Rise Up. Hopefully she can get it. I think this will be her first Grammy, and I think this is maybe her only nomination of the night, but I think she's going to take it home. Next category, you have Best R&B Song. Coffee by Miguel, Earned It by The Weeknd, Let It Burn by Jasmine Sullivan, Really Love by D'Angelo and the Vanguard, and Shane Tyrese. And let's see, for this one, the strongest contender will be Shane by Tyrese. It's been a long time since we had an honest R&B song like Shane by Tyrese. Just the vocals, just the rawness of it, just the tone of it, the feel of it. You had to have an R&B song like that in a long time. You know, don't get me wrong, Coffee by Miguel was good, but it's not Adorn. You know, and I understand you can't make the same kind of music, Miguel, but your album was fantastic, by the way, and I think it got nominated. I'm not sure. No, it didn't. So hopefully if you keep this album around through 2016, you probably will be on the Grammys again for 2017. So keep on at it, Miguel. And let's see, Really Love. No, not Really Love. Really Love by, well, let's go to Really Love. Really Love by D'Angelo. D'Angelo, welcome back to the music industry, but I don't think it's going to win this one. And Let It Burn by Jasmine Sullivan. Now, this song is just now picking up heat, and it's December 2016. So I know this song is going to be played on the radio constantly for the next few months. But Jasmine Sullivan, once again, you too, welcome back to the music industry. Glad to see that you're back and you're doing good and you're making TV appearances, you're getting radio airplay, and you got your solid fan base going on. I see all my Instagram, all my followers going to Jasmine Sullivan concert, recording, and everybody in the crowd is just singing along like, you know, Jasmine Sullivan never left. So welcome back, Jasmine Sullivan. And now we have Best Urban Contemporary Album. Our nominations are Ego Death by The Internet, You Should Be Here by Kalani, Blood by Leanne LaHavis, Wild Heart by Miguel. Oh, there you are, Miguel. And Beauty Behind the Madness by The Weeknd. Now, honestly, ladies and gentlemen, this is The Weeknd's category to take home the Grammy for this award. Now, once again, it's the Grammys are based on some artistry and some popularity, and sometimes it's a mixture of both. And let's be honest, there's more older people who vote for the Grammys, so they're gonna know The Weeknd because he's had maybe 3 or 4 radio hits this year and the end of last year, so that sounds familiar to them. So like I said, this is The Weeknd's category. Miguel, I would love to see you win. Maybe next year, keep this album going, and you got it, dude. Wild Heart. All right, so I want to do a special mention for this category right here. It is the best compilation soundtrack for visual media. Now, there's a lot of strong contenders in this category right here, so let me just read them out to you. We have Empire Season 1, 50 Shades of Grey, Glenn Campbell, I'll Be Me, Pitch Perfect 2, and Selma. So, like I said, like 4 of these are very strong. Like Glenn Campbell, I'll Be Me, never heard of it, but compared to the other 4, yeah. Anyway, so let's just start off with, I don't know, let's go with Pitch Perfect 2. Now, this is like a cultural phenomenon with all these a-cappella singing groups, so that will be like, you know, that gives it a strong chance of win. And Pitch Perfect 2 did wonderful at the box office, and I want to give a special shout out to Elizabeth Banks. Anyway, so yes, Pitch Perfect 2. Then we have Selma. Now, Selma didn't win much at the Oscars. This is his chance to take home some kind of major accolade besides like the other, you know, smaller accolades during award season. But Selma, Common, what's his name, John Legend, all that stuff. That's a good song too. 50 Shades of Grey. Now, this is like a great, you know, contemporary compilation of today's artists, and it's songs and different, like cover songs, and then the movie phenomenon behind 50 Shades of Grey. You know, I just throughout the whole movie, some of the original songs, you know, that's a strong contender as well. And then we have Empire Season 1. Now, let me just say, who I really want to win is either Selma or Empire Season 1. Now Season 2, I don't know yet. We'll see. Hopefully when it comes back in March, you know, it will be a stronger music, but it doesn't get as good as Empire Season 1. Like I said, it was fresh out the box. It broke so many records during TV and, you know, by soundtracks. Debuted at #1, You're So Beautiful. Drip Drop was on everybody's tongue. And so, like I said, I think Empire will take this home. Either Empire or Selma, but if one of those two don't take it home, it's either going to be 50 Shades of Grey or Pitch Perfect 2. I'm just playing. So ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go to our rap categories right now. I think I have 3 or 4. I have 4 that I'm going to go over. So at first we're going to start off with the best rap performance. Now we have Apparently by J. Cole, Back to Back by Drake, Trap Queen by Fetty Wap, All Right by Kendrick Lamar, All Day by Kanye West, featuring Paul McCartney, Island Kingdom, Theophilus, London, and Truffle Butter by Nicki Minaj featuring Drake. Now let me be real. I love all these songs. I love them all. I love them all. But let me just go ahead through process of elimination who may not have a strong chance of winning. Let's just gonna go ahead and start off with as much as I love the song, I love Truffle Butter, but that's not gonna win. All Day by Kanye West, I really love that song. It's not gonna win. Apparently by J. Cole, we're gonna go ahead and eliminate that. Oh, and Back to Back by Drake. Now we're gonna go ahead and eliminate that. But it will be hilarious if Drake wins for this song in this category. Because number 1, it's a diss song. And number 2, you're dissing your label mates of significant others. So it's kind of more of a slap in the face to Meek Mill if Drake were to win this award. But our strong 2 contenders is going to be Trap Queen and All Right. Like once again, I said Kendrick Lamar is going to take home an award, but it's either a tie between him for All Right and Trap Queen by Fetty Wap. Now, honestly, I'm really shocked that Fetty Wap was not nominated more times for this year, because once again, this is a breakout year, and like I said, it's a lot of people's breakout year. It was Toy Kelly's, it was Sam Hunt's, it was Meghan Trainor's, and as far as the breakout for his level, you know, him and Meghan Trainor had the same breakouts, I want to say momentum. They had the same breakout momentum. And I'm just shocked that Fetty Wap wasn't as nominated as much as he was, but you know, I like his songs. But so once again, it's a tie between Trap Queen and All Right by Kendrick Lamar. Best rap song collaboration. Our nominations: we have One Man Can Change the World by Big Sean, Kanye West, and John Legend, Glory by Common and John Legend, Classic Man, Jadena, and Roman Gianauthor. I hope I said that right. These Walls by Kendrick Lamar, featuring Bilal, Anna Rise, and Thundercat. And last but not least, Only by Nicki Minaj, Drake, Lil Wayne, and Chris Brown. So let me just go ahead and give my strong contenders for this category. My top 2, who I want to win and who I think may win, is either going to be Glory by Common and John Legend, and Our Classic Man by Jadena and Roman Gianauthor. Now, Glory, Common, and John Legend already won an Oscar, so it's kind of like a big slap in the face if they don't win. You know, that's kind of like the politics side of why they should win this category. But Classic Man should win because once again, Jadena had a breakout hit. He didn't have a breakout year because he didn't release an album, but this was like Jadena's like introduction to the industry. So, and then what better way? It's just like what he's rapping about. So even though I really think, once again, Glory's gonna take it home, Classic Man really could have taken it home if Classic Man featuring Kendrick Lamar was nominated. You know, because even that pushed Classic Man more once Kendrick Lamar got on the track. Now, I liked the track before then. And hello, Janelle Monáe. I'm still kind of mad you didn't get nominated, but anyway, hopefully I get to see you again. Anyway, okay, so best rap song, our combinations. Our nominations are All Day by Kanye West, All Right by Kendrick Lamar, Energy by Drake, Glory by Common Legend, let's just go ahead and call him Common Legend, and Trap Queen by Fetty Wap. Now, the folks who I want to see win is Fetty Wap, Kanye West, or Kendrick Lamar. I'm not going to explain why, but it's either going to be one of those three taking home those awards. And our last one is Best Rap Album. Now this one, so many good albums this year, so many hard-hitting albums, so many innovating albums, and I want to say shout out to hip hop, because you know what, this past year and a half, you've gone back to the forefront and you've actually put solid albums out. I don't know if certain big artists was eliminated, well, not eliminated, but was not present this year in rap and gave new breath to up-and-coming artists, or was hip-hop artists time to solidify their work and actually put more substance and consistency behind their work. So I'm just going to end with this one, because you know, as far as the rap albums released this past year and the end of last year, there were a lot of great ones, and I wish everybody could take a Grammy home for this one, but this is like the special recognition category right here, because you know, I'm a big hip-hop head, I'm a music head, I love all types of music, but to me, hip-hop for the last couple of years has been fading. But you know, I'm glad to see that when I say hip-hop, not the whole art form, but just the whole mainstream art form. If it's going to be mainstream hip-hop, you don't have to be pop, but it's just like, put some fucking substance behind your work, and these people in this category, you know, did. And Kanye West, you'll be on this nomination list next year. I look forward to it. So let's go with our nominations. We have 2014 Forest Hill Drive by J. Cole, Compton by Dr. Dre, If You're Reading This, It's Too Late by Drake, To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar, and last but not least, The Pink Print by Nicki Minaj. Now, I'm just gonna dissect these as small as I can. So 2014 Forest Hill Drive by J. Cole. And hopefully I'm not the only one who feels like this when I say this, but I really think J. Cole is very, very, very talented, but he is very, very, very underrated. He's very underrated. A lot of people are still sleeping on J. Cole, even though, you know, I wouldn't say he had a sleeper album, because he went platinum without even having a top 40 hit, which for a rap artist, that's like a major, major, major accomplishment. So, you know, big ups to J. Cole, and you know, that was a good album. That was a more personal album. And, you know, I don't know what it is about J. Cole, but he has this like strong, silent fan base. But I'm not saying I wish he was more mainstream, because he doesn't want to be mainstream. So I respect that. But I wish a lot more people knew about him. He's kind of like Miguel, and he's kind of like Pink. You know, Pink has her strong, silent audience, but Pink doesn't barely win like the major awards. But you have all these other pop acts. Never mind. Anyway, let's back to hip hop. Okay, Compton by Dr. Dre. I loved Straight Outta Compton. And Dr. Dre, I think this was his last album, so this will be very, very, very interesting to see if he takes home this award. And that was a strong album, just as strong as the movie. Man, if you haven't seen Straight Outta Compton yet, see it. And when you see it, don't go on your phones. Go by yourself. Don't do any interruptions. See it by yourself. See it with the lights off. Let that be your main focus, okay, when you see Straight Outta Compton. Our next album, we have If You're Reading This, It's Too Late by Drake. And it'll be interesting to see if Drake takes home a Best Rap Album award. You know, that'll be very interesting. To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar. I want to say this is his category to win. I think Kendrick Lamar is going to take this home. As much as I want to see 2014 Forest Hill Drives to win, but once again, J. Cole is the underdog. He's not going to win this award. I wish he will, but one of these days, J. Cole is going to win this award. I'm telling you all, stop sleeping on J. Cole. And last but not least, The Pink Print. Now, honestly, this is Nicki Minaj's most consistent, solid work of art ever. You know, she poured her heart into this album. She had more substance with this piece of work than she did her other 2 or 3 albums. It was more of a coming of age, coming of woman, coming of artistry album from her. But, you know, I really think the Grammys are not really going to give her this award this year. You know, Nicki Minaj, love your work. But keep on with the consistency, keep being humble, and keep doing you. And one of these days, like I said, people are sleeping, and it's time for people to wake up in this music industry. And hopefully one of these days, Miss Minaj, you'll get that award, that Grammy of some sort. So don't give up, but don't lose focus of why you're really doing it. It's for the art, the artistry of it. So there you have it, folks. That is my predictions for next year's Grammys. Now the Grammys will be on February 15, 2016. February 15, 2016. And hopefully you all will watch. Now tell me, who do you think will win? You can agree, we can agree to disagree. I want to hear your opinions. Comment on the comment sections below. I look forward to it, and hopefully I'll be at the Grammys someday, and I'll be at the Grammys next year doing a little, I don't know, red carpet action. So that is my audition to all you media outlets out there. If you need a responded, choose me. But anyway, you can follow me on Instagram at The Aiden Voyage or at Crunkham, that is CRUNKHAM, or on Twitter at The Aiden Voyage. The THEAIDEN Voyage. You should know how to spell voyage. Or look me up on Facebook at The Aiden Voyage. And I look forward to hearing you. So once again, comment below, share this. I look forward to your predictions, and who knows, I might have a little competition going on to see if my predictions are right and if your predictions were right too, and I might give you a little something. Money. Anyway, I'm just playing. But really, am I? Oh no. But yes, folks, keep listening to music, keep your ears open to new experiences, and until we meet again, safe travels.